In this video, we will be showing you how to transfer and assign a case through the CPIMS Plus. We will be using the most common use case, which is when case transfers are being done by the manager of one agency to the manager of another agency. Transfers can happen, for example, because an agency ceases activities in a certain location. The transfer of a case means that the full responsibility for the coordination of the case plan, follow-up and monitoring of the child is being handed over to another agency or department. It is distinct from referral, where these responsibilities remain with the original caseworker. When a case transfer is decided, this is usually discussed first with the receiving agency and only then referred through the CPIMS Plus. The manager will first verify, together with the caseworker responsible for the case, if the case file is complete. In this example, we are logged in as the Child Protection Manager of Save the Children, who will do a case transfer to Third-Zone. The manager can do the transfer either directly from the case list, by selecting the case or cases, then by clicking on Actions and then Transfer Case, or by going directly into the case file, selecting Actions and then Transfer Case. If you click on Transfer Case, this box will appear. Consent of the individual is generally needed for transfers. If you are transferring within your CPIMS Plus, select the existing user, which is another user of the CPIMS Plus. If the desired user is not in the drop-down, it means this user does not have privileges to be transferred to. If you are not transferring within the CPIMS Plus, check the Are you transferring to a remote system checkbox, and more options will appear for this remote transfer. A remote transfer creates a transfer export that is password protected to be shared outside the system, and then click on Submit. As the manager of Third-Zone, you will see on the dashboard that a case was transferred to you. This will take you directly to the transfer case. In this example, there are two cases being transferred to you. Based on the way the CPIMS Plus is set up in your context, you might have the ability to accept or reject a case that has been transferred to you. If you click on the case and then click on Referrals and Transfer section in the case, you may have the ability to accept or reject a case that has been transferred to you. You will see that the status is in progress. If you click to accept the case, the status will change to accepted, and you will become the case owner rather than other assigned user. The transfer status will be accepted. The record information is updated with this change. If you click Reject, it brings up a dialog box with a text box to enter the rejection reason. A reason could be, for example, that the case file is incomplete. When you click Reject, the rejection reason is saved. The status is changed to Rejected. And you will be able to see on your screen case, case number, transfer rejected. When we now log back in as the Save the Children manager, you can see that the status of the referral is rejected. And you can also see the reason for that rejection. In this case file incomplete. Please note that this communication should not pass entirely by the CPIMS Plus, but by other means of coordination and communication. It is, however, good to keep a trace of this in the CPIMS Plus for follow-up and accountability. Once the manager of Third-Zone has accepted the transfer, he or she now has to assign the case to a caseworker. This is done in the same way as a transfer, either through the Actions button in the case list view or through actions directly in the case file. You have now completed how to transfer and assign a case tutorial. You can find more video tutorials like this on Primero Support Hub.